Oh, hello guys, welcome back. So today we're gonna be doing something that I've been thinking about for quite some time now, and I just have not got the gusto to do it yet. And today's finally the day. So like a couple weeks ago now, I found 2 packs of this. They call it cable cord, which is very confusing because if you were to search cable cord anywhere else, you would not be getting this product. But this is what I found, and it was $4. It was on sale. It was $8. It's got 10 yards of the cordy cable stuff. And I got 2 packs of this because that's all they had left. So that's what we're going to be using today. I have already cracked open one of them. Where did I put that? Right here. And I just used a really small couple of pieces for a different area. But today we're going to be making kind of a makeshift, hopefully super easy trellis. And I'm also really hoping that the type of material that this is, I'm hoping that that will lend itself to be like easily attachable for roots, for aerial roots to really grab onto and be able to, you know, give the plant that like feeling that they can boost up the leaf size a little bit more for me. So that's the plan. Now the way we're going to be doing it, I have a general idea for, but we're kind of just making it up as we go, which isn't that how we do it for everything. So nothing wrong there. Let me take you off of here. So for the bottom section, or up until this point here, I'm just going to be tying horizontal strings across, just, I don't know, every few inches or so. I don't really know. And then once we get up to here, and I don't have like an anchor point to go those horizontal directions. Why did I say that so weird? To go horizontally. Then I'm going to tie a string from this bar here that it doesn't want to focus on up to the top. And then that way I have a vertical anchor point to go horizontally. And then after that, I'm going to be like going just straight down. So hopefully I have enough. I feel like 10 yards should be good. But let's get started. I'm so excited. I hope this turns out as nice as I'm like picturing it in my head. Okay, did I bring scissors? I think I must have. I remember grabbing them. Well, where did I put them? Alrighty, now, one of the downsides that I can see having like immediately to using this is that because it is on the thicker side, it takes a decent amount of it to just tie the knot itself, you know what I mean? So that kind of sucks. So I'm going to try and use as little of it as possible to tie this. Let's see. For some reason my brain freaking malfunctions when I need to tie just a regular ass knot sometimes. So if that's happening, no it isn't. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm going to tie that and then tie it so it's kind of behind. And then we'll cut off like any of the loose bits here. Now, let's see. I think I should be able to do it with about this much. Oop. I'm also trying to make, just try to see if I can get the knot to be turned around to the back side of the poles, just so that it's not so obvious. That doesn't look very good, you know? Oh, this makes me wish I had like a giant crocheting needle or something. You can see I've got it tied from one side to the other, or I guess from the frame of the grow tent to this first leg here of the shelf. So I'm just gonna do, I think for this section, honestly, this is the bottom section, so it's really not gonna have, the thing that I'm hemming and humming about is if I wanna do more than one row across for this bottom section of the shelf, because this is, I'm not really going to have any plants down here that are much shorter than this as is. And if I do, I can just slide this down a little bit, which is really nice. So I think I'm just going to do the one here and then maybe 2 or 3 more across this like upper piece here. So I'll get those going and I will show you as soon as they're done. Okay, I have a note immediately. Tying the first knot is okay and fine and dandy because you have kind of like unlimited rope to work with. But tying the second knot after you've already cut it, which you kind of have to do, I guess maybe I'll try doing it without cutting it first, so that I have more length to play with. But it's freaking hard because after you cut it, the ends immediately fray like 1/2 inch to 1 inch up. And that makes it really difficult to get it all in there to make sure that you have like a secure tie. So I already would suggest maybe not using something like this that is cotton, because like that, I just cut that. I haven't even started working with it yet. And as soon as I start to work with it at all, it's going to start to fray more. And it's super tedious to try and get that in there. So maybe in the future, which I did think about this afterwards. Of course, it's always after. But after I'd purchased this already, I thought about maybe twine or like jute, I guess is what I'm thinking of. Might work a little bit better, but now that I'm thinking about it, that tends to fray as well. So you'd probably have a similar issue, but the jute is a bit more stiff in general. So it might be a little bit easier to work with inherently than this cotton cord that I'm dealing with here. So just a quick note that I had like right away as I'm struggling over here. Okay, I think I figured out a semi easy way to do this. So I'm gonna show you. I was pushing the wrong way. Okay, so here is where we're gonna be tying the second tie. So let me get the first one done really quick because that is nothing special. I'm literally just tying a double knot. So, okay, so essentially I am just tying this in a knot for the first one, just for the first one, without cutting this thing. Now, maybe if I took that off of there and just had it all loosey-goosey, I could do the double knot with it all, but I feel like that would be really annoying because it's 10 yards. That's just a lot of like stuff to have going all about. So I'm gonna get this nice and taut, and then on this last one, if I scoot it up here, you can see there's a bit extra, but you can also see it frayed up quite a bit. Hopefully you can kind of see that. So I might cut off a little bit less than what I did prior, but not by much. Not by much, because it's gonna fray and it's still gonna be annoying to deal with if it's too short. Did I make it too short? Tell me no. Oh no. Okay. It's gonna be fine. All right, there we go. It's pretty loosey-goosey, but maybe it'll still be okay. This is all just trial and error. All right, so I do have, I guess I can zoom out. See ya. I do have 3. So I've got this first one here. I'm gonna slide this to the, oh, that's crispy, to the top here. Just try to have that be as even as possible. This guy maybe here. So far, that's looking pretty darn even. You can see that first one, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're pretty flippin' even, if you ask me, so far. And I think that looks like a pretty reasonable distance, although, yeah, I'm just gonna start with that because I still have to do those long vertical strips, and I wanna do something I have an idea in my head, like as I've been kind of thinking about this little project. I have an idea that I think should work as I'm like tying the vertical pieces through all of the horizontal pieces to hopefully make them stay, but still maybe be adjustable. That last part might be asking a lot. So we'll see. But I am going to go ahead and switch gears now from these horizontal ones and do that first vertical piece that's going to be going from this little metal piece right there, I guess. That piece from the other piece. I'm excited about this. I hope it looks good. And I think it's going to force me to have some of my other larger plants not in the grow tent, and I think that's only going to be a good thing because A, it's getting nicer and nicer out right now. We are technically in our fall spring, so we are going to get another cold front in, maybe another couple cold fronts in, but whatever. And then two, it'll just allow me to enjoy them that much more when they're out of the grow tent. So I'm excited for that. Now let's go ahead and I'm gonna have to shift some stuff over and then we can get that first vertical piece tied up. If you guys saw, but I think would be like probably the last video for you, maybe one of the last couple videos for you, where we posted a bunch of plants on Facebook Marketplace, we've already sold so many of them. Like within the first day, within the first hour, I'd already had a bunch of them already snatched up. And this is something to maybe think about if you are, this is such a tangent, I'm so sorry. But if you are thinking about starting to sell plants on, or just anything on Facebook Marketplace, and you list something and you notice that you're starting to like immediately get a bunch of hits, hold off on replying for a little bit. Maybe give it an hour, maybe give it 2 hours and see what all comes in. Because if I would have waited just like a few extra minutes for these other offers to come in, I would have been able to sell my plants in large bundles because I had so many people that were just a little bit later to the game messaging me being like, hey, I'll take all of them. I can pick up tonight. And I was like, shoot, well, this one, this one, this one, this one are already pending pickup. So it just always makes things easier if you can sell things off all together all at once. So just something to think about. Because I definitely will from now on when I'm posting, because I was like, damn, if I would have just waited, it would have been a little bit easier for me to get all these plants out of here right away. But I did have 2 people pick up last night. They both picked up at least 4 plants. And yeah, and then I have another lady coming shortly and a bunch of other people that are interested if this lady falls through. So really good start so far. Okay, any hoodles. Back to the stuff. So now, when I'm tying these, instead of going from a hard pull to a hard pull, I'm going from a metal pull to this. So, yeah, I'm just gonna do probably like 4 or 5 more. We'll see how much more I can do with this, and then we'll crack open the other one. But I'm freaking digging this already. My vision is coming to life. Now hopefully the plants like it. And hopefully I'm getting a little cocky here because I haven't really done any vertical ones yet. So I need to chill. We're still on horizontal. I need to chill. I'm getting too cocky. And yeah, I did think about burning the ends of this, but to see if they would stick together. But it's cotton. There's no coating on here, no wax coating or anything like that. So I think it would just burn. Maybe I should just try now that I'm saying it out loud. Where's a lighter? There's got to be one here somewhere. Oh, maybe this will work. It does work. Ow, it also burns. But that's really good to know. What else could I use? I guess I can just give it a few more seconds and let it like cool off a little bit. But that'll be really nice. Don't try this at home if you're like a child, obviously, but I don't feel like I have many young people that watch. All right, well, there most definitely is some sort of wax on here, or some sort of coating. Perfect. Oh, why didn't I do that sooner? I've got these big, giant, stupid nails on, and they're too big for me to friggin' tie this double knot. I almost had a little panic this morning when I was trying to get my my contacts in, because I did these nails this morning. And, or did I do them yesterday? Was that yesterday? Oh, that's scary. But yeah, I was trying to get my contacts out. And I usually don't have nails this long. And it was, I thought I was just going to have them in forever until these nails fell off. It was scary. Okay, we've got all of the horizontal that I think I'm gonna have, at least for now, till we start getting plants up there, and then I can always add more if I need to. We have that one just like kind of anchoring vertical piece there, and now it's finally time to do the rest of the vertical pieces. Now I'm not sure like how many I'm gonna do. I don't have a plan for that, so we're just gonna start doing them and see what it looks like after a few. So what I'm gonna do when I come to this first one is I'm not just gonna be like lying them flat down, because I just feel like it's not secure enough. I don't know, I just don't like that. So what I'm thinking of doing is just going maybe like that. No, that doesn't look how I pictured it in my head, in my little goober head. Maybe we can go around like that. Does that work better? Oh, I don't mind the way that looks. I feel like it's super blown out for you, so you can't really see what that knot looks like. Let's see if I can remember how I did that. To do that, okay, so I went under and then back over and then around. Just go around it like that. I think that's what I did. But how did I get that tight enough? Under, up and around, and then around that vertical piece, and then back down. I think that's it. Is this actually gonna work out the way I pictured it? No way. What? Okay. It's not too shabby. That's all I'm saying. Not too shabby. Not too shabby for the little me. Yeah. I dig it. All right, let me get you up in there. All right. There she is. Looking a little wonky, but once plants are on there and things are starting to grow in, you're not even going to notice the wonk. This makes me so excited, and it makes me want to like look for more of that stuff and maybe do something similar on the other side, because I just don't love this either. But that's for another day. I did use up just about all of my cotton cord stuff here. I do still need to go around like and finish up the edges, because ideally they would all be just like this little teeny tiny guy. So I need to go through and get all the rest of them cut and burned down. I'm not gonna lie to you, I did burn the shit out of my fingertips doing that. So definitely like proceed with caution if you're doing anything like that. But I'm so loving the way that this looks, and now I just need to put some plants on it. So let's do that. Okay, so after a much digging through my plant closet, I did not find any plant Velcro. All I found were these two measly little tiny pieces that I actually took from this guy. Now this is my Pyrethrin Verde. I thought that I was going to want to put this on that trellis because, you know, that kind of makes sense. And then I put it over there and realized I don't freaking like it. So this is going to be another one that I'm going to put up for sale on Facebook Marketplace. And I don't know, maybe it'll variegate better for somebody, or maybe someone will just enjoy that more than me. So in the meantime, it's just going to hang out right where it's been. But yeah, I'm going to take pictures of that later and post that sucker for sale. So in the meantime, I just kind of put the two plants that I had in here, or two other plants I had in here that made the most sense to put on the trellis at this very moment, which is going to be the philodendron, not Micans, gigas focus. So beautiful. And it was looking really, really good for quite a while. And then it just hasn't been looking very good. So I'm really, really hoping that having the support of the trellis is going to really encourage that little guy to grow better and stronger. And then I also think I'm going to top off the soil just with a little bit more soil. And then we also have another philodendron here. What is this? What are you? Philodendron atababawense. Such a cool plant. I love the backs of the leaves. Look at that. Gorgeous. So yeah, he's just kind of curling his way up there. That worked out really, really nicely, actually. So yeah, no need for Velcro for those guys. I did go ahead and just like weave these couple of leaves under there and then back on top here, just to kind of hold it in place. But I think it looks really, really good. Another thing that I think I'm gonna wanna look for is either just a different kind of trellis overall, which that would be easy to switch out, or a way to put some to be able to hang plants in this area while still letting them climb up this trellis, if that makes sense. Like ideally I'd be able to, figure out a little kind of clear shelf or something like that to put right here that, isn't going to obviously block the light from the lower plants, but I don't think that's going to be a possibility because this is my trellis, you know what I mean? So let me know if you have any ideas for anything. That way I can put, the reason I want to do that, I guess I should tell you, is so that I can put other plants, like this guy, for example, my Monstera something, Adansonii, so that way I can put something like this up here and let it continue to crawl up, so that it's closer to the light like it would like to be, but, it's just like hanging here without having like an actual hanger, if that's possible. That might not be possible, and that's okay, but that's what I'm going to be like really trying to kind of think about going forward, and hopefully I can figure something out. But for the time being, I'm loving the way that this looks. I do need to put a few other plants back in here, but some of them might not go back in here. So I'm just going to see how that goes for now, but I'm really, really happy with how this little project has gone so far. It was pretty darn easy to do despite burning my fingers a little bit, but that was my own fault. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Let me know if you are going to be doing anything similar to this, or if you have already done something similar to this. Let me know how it worked out for you. But yeah, I'm digging it so far. And it cost me $8 in total. So not too shabby, I'll take it. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next video.